Hello everyone, welcome to the Crypto Intel channel. Today we'll be conducting a technical analysis of the KASPA coin and discussing the best entry points for today. Before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon so you can always stay up to date on what's happening in the market. It takes you literally a second, but for me it's motivation to improve the quality and level of the videos on the channel. We have a lot to discuss, so let's get started right away. KASPA's current price today continues to hover within the 0.033 to 0.035 range, but unlike previous days, the market structure has begun to shift slightly. The market is still in a consolidation phase, but the first signs of a local shift in balance are emerging. The main change is an attempt to break out of the micro-downtrend. While highs were previously steadily declining, the price is now testing the upper boundary of the range with greater confidence. This is not a confirmed reversal, but it is already a signal that selling pressure is easing. From a technical standpoint, the neutral backdrop persists. The price remains near key levels. The RSI continues to hover around the midpoint. Volumes remain below average. This suggests that the market is still in a wait-and-see mode. Now, the structure. The range has shifted slightly. Support 0.033 to 0.0315 to 0.030. Resistance 0.0355 to 0.038 to 0.040. The key point is that the price is testing the upper boundary more often than the lower one. This is a subtle signal that buyers are starting to become active. Now, liquidity. Above 0.036 to 0.040 is the zone for short liquidations. Below 0.033 is the zone for long liquidations, and the market is gradually testing the upper boundary, which increases the likelihood of a liquidity surge from above. However, it's important to note, until there's a sustained move, it's not a breakout. Now let's look at price behavior. Pullbacks have become shallower, less sharp, bought back more quickly. This indicates a gradual accumulation of positions. At the same time, the uptrend is still weak. There is no aggressive momentum. This means that the market is preparing but has not yet begun to move. Now the key factor is the compression and pressure on the level. When the price stays below resistance for a long time and constantly tests it, the level begins to wear down, and the probability of a breakout increases. KASPA is currently in exactly this state. Now for the scenarios. Bullish scenario. A consolidation above 0.0355 to 0.036 opens the path to 0.038, 0.040. A break above 0.040 will be a strong signal and could trigger an acceleration to 0.045, 0.050. This will be accompanied by short covering and rising volume. Bearish scenario. If the price fails to hold 0.033, the structure breaks down. Then the targets are 0.0315, 0.030. In case of weakness, 0.027 to 0.025. This is a scenario of continued downward pressure. Now, an important point, false breakouts. Given the current structure, the following scenarios are highly likely. Breakout to the upside, pullback, downward movement, or breakout to the downside, quick pullback, upward movement. This is a classic liquidity accumulation phase before a momentum move. Therefore, the key signal is consolidation after a breakout. Without it, any movement is a trap. Now the short-term dynamics. A weak upward momentum is emerging on lower time frames. This is evident from the pattern of higher lows. However, the high has not yet been updated, which is keeping the market range-bound. This creates pressure. Now, volatility. It remains low, but it's important to understand. Low volatility equals preparation for high volatility. And the longer this phase lasts, the stronger the move will be. Now, the final picture. KASPA is currently in the stage of a steady and skinny state of consolidation, resistance compression, liquidity accumulation. This isn't just a sideways move. It's preparation for a breakout. Key range 0.033 to 0.040. But the difference from previous days, the market has started to push upward. This is a weak but important signal. If the upward pressure persists, the likelihood of a breakout increases. If not, the range will continue. And it is the immediate price action that will show whether the market is ready for a rally or whether it needs more time to accumulate. If we continue to analyze the current structure, it becomes apparent that the market is gradually shifting from passive consolidation to a phase of local pressure on resistance. This is reflected not in sharp price spikes, but in the nature of the movement. The price tends to hover closer to the upper boundary of the range than to the lower one. This behavior usually indicates that participants are beginning to accumulate positions closer to the breakout level rather than waiting for a pullback. This is an important shift because in a classic accumulation structure, this is precisely what precedes a breakout. Now it is worth paying attention to the reaction to pullbacks. Each decline is bought back faster, forms a higher low, is not accompanied by an increase in trading volume. This suggests that sellers are losing control at local levels. At the same time, buyers are acting cautiously so far, without aggressive entry. This combination often leads to a sharp impulse when a trigger appears. Now, regarding the liquidity structure within the range, a local cluster of orders is forming in the 0.0355 to 0.036 zone where the main battle is taking place. This is a level that the market has already tested several times, and it is here that the future direction is currently being decided. If the price begins to consolidate above this zone, the following occurs: activation of short stops, an influx of momentum-driven buying, acceleration of the movement. This creates a run-up effect. However, it is important to consider the opposite scenario as well. If the price is rejected from this level again and falls back below 0.034, this could mean that the market is not yet ready for a breakout and further consolidation is needed. Now, an important factor is the speed of the reaction. Given the current level of compression, the movement will most likely be sharp, without prolonged pauses, accompanied by a rapid increase in volatility. This is because a sufficient amount of liquidity has already accumulated within the range. Now for the final point, KASPA is not just at resistance, it is at a point where pressure is building. The structure is contracting, liquidity is accumulating, and it is precisely these zones that most often become the starting point for a move. The key signal remains the same: a break above resistance. Without it, the range continues. With it, the momentum begins, and the upcoming price action will show whether the current rally was the start of a new phase or just another attempt before consolidation resumes. And friends, don't forget to leave your thoughts on the KASPA coin in the comments below this video, what your plans, hopes, and expectations are for it. The best and most engaging comment will be featured in the next video. Just a reminder, friends, informational and news videos are posted on the channel every day, so you won't get bored here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you're always up to date on all the latest news. And if you liked this video, please support me with a like. Your like is my motivation. Thanks to everyone for watching, and see you next time.